Have you ever noticed that the moment you stop chasing, everything changes? TF family. Here's a truth that often goes unnoticed. Many people with strong narcissistic traits don't expect their goodbye to be the end. They expect it to be another move that pulls you back. In their mind, distance creates panic, silence creates pursuit, and every goodbye is supposed to end with you returning. But what happens when you don't? What happens when you quietly accept the ending, protect your peace, and simply keep moving forward? That is the moment the familiar pattern begins to fall apart. At first, they usually assume you're only taking time to cool off. They expect the late-night message, the emotional conversation, or the attempt to explain yourself. They're used to seeing people fill every silence with emotion. Then something unexpected happens. Nothing. No arguments. No pleading. No desperate attempt to reopen a closed door. And that silence creates questions they never planned to answer. Many people with narcissistic behaviors rely less on genuine connection and more on emotional reactions. Every argument, every tear, every long explanation reminds them they still have influence over your emotional world. But when your reactions disappear, so does the mirror they once looked into for reassurance. Without that reflection, certainty slowly turns into confusion. They may revisit old conversations, reread messages, or wonder what changed. Not always because they suddenly understand your pain, but because the script they expected is no longer unfolding. For the first time, they can't predict your next move. That uncertainty becomes uncomfortable because the emotional cycle they depended on has stopped working. Here's what makes this so powerful. You didn't defeat them with a dramatic speech. You didn't win through revenge. You simply stopped participating. When you stop explaining yourself to someone committed to misunderstanding you, the game loses its fuel. When you stop chasing someone determined to stay emotionally distant, the chase ends. When you stop proving your worth to someone who refuses to recognize it, you begin recognizing it yourself. That quiet shift changes everything. Instead of wondering how to fix the relationship, you begin asking how to rebuild your own peace. Instead of waiting for closure from another person, you create it through your own decisions. And that is something no emotional manipulation can easily overcome. People who rely on predictable reactions often struggle when they can no longer predict yours. Your calm becomes unfamiliar. Your boundaries become real. Your absence becomes impossible to control. The biggest surprise isn't that you walked away. It's that you stayed away. Over time, your silence tells a story louder than any argument ever could. It says you're no longer trying to convince someone to value you. You're choosing to value yourself instead. That's the moment your life stops revolving around someone else's behavior and starts revolving around your own healing. Remember, real strength isn't found in winning every argument. It's found in knowing which battles no longer deserve your energy. Sometimes the most powerful goodbye is the one you quietly accept, not because you stopped caring, but because you finally started caring about yourself. And once you step out of a cycle that kept draining your peace, something incredible happens. The story they thought they controlled ends, and the story you were always meant to live finally begins. If this message spoke to you, let us know your thoughts in the comments. Like this video, subscribe to TF, and keep watching as we explore more insights that help you protect your peace, strengthen your mindset, and move forward with confidence. This video is created for educational and self-awareness purposes. It discusses general behavioral patterns and is not intended to diagnose, label, or describe every individual or situation. If these topics resonate with you personally, consider seeking guidance from a qualified mental health professional.